Welcome to Mesa County Libraries. My name is Carrie. I am a library assistant here at Mesa County, and today we are going to do a craft. We are going to make this really cute yarn octopus. So let's jump right into this. Thank you for joining me today. This little octopus is not a difficult octopus. If you don't know how to braid, I will show you how today. The best kind of yarn to use for our friendly little octopus is something bulky like this yarn here. The bulkier the yarn, the bigger and the friendlier your octopus will be. I have used yarn like this. This type of yarn is extremely soft. So if you use yarn like this, your octopus could become a bed buddy, that's something that a child or a friend could add to their stuffed animal collection. This particular craft takes more yarn than some of the other ones. So I recommend that if you have a skein of already partially used yarn, that you probably want to make sure that you begin with a full skein or a skein that's nearly full. Depending on the size of your octopus that you're hoping to make, you'll need a bigger book. You can also use cardboard if you like, or a piece of wood, anything that is flat and fairly large. You're going to make a lot of winds because an octopus has 8 legs. So we need to be able to have enough yarn with this craft in order to give the legs some substance. So you will need to make 96 loops around your book. And so that might be something you'll want to write down so you don't forget. But you'll need to make 96 loops right here. I have 91. I thought I would get ahead of things and help us out a little bit. So 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 90. Oh, I only needed 96. It's okay if you have a little bit of extra or one less. You will be the only one who knows because the yarn craft is very forgiving. Next thing you'll need to do is very carefully slide it off of your book. As you slide it, go ahead and slip your fingers into it so that you don't lose any of the loops. And as you can see, if you wind it too tightly, it's difficult to get off. Now I have this great big O of yarn. So this is going to work great. Lay it down on the table. Make sure that you keep your loop. And then cut off the end. Now ahead of time, I wanted some extra color for this octopus. As you see this one, he is your basic brown octopus. I cut these strings ahead of time to save us some time and to make it easier for us. These are nice and colorful. I like them a lot. So go ahead. I'm going to move Mr. Octopus here and bring the project forward so he's a little more visible. Tie your knot fairly close to the top. There are many variations to this yarn octopus. And so if you come up with your own idea, please try it. Some of the best ideas have a starting place and then they go from there. So now I'm going to trim. Now, how many legs does an octopus have? He has 8. But right now, all we have is a loop. So I'm going to, before I do that, I'm going to make one more knot up here so we can give him a top knot. And then I'm going to cut through all of the loops. And then we will begin to divide the legs into 8 equal parts. The bulkier your yarn, the springier it is. So if you have a friend close by to help you, they can keep their finger down on your knot so that it doesn't come apart. So there we go. He has a little top knot. It's a little crooked, but that's okay because everybody's octopus is going to look a little different one from the other. Okay. Sharp scissors are very helpful, but once again, you might have to ask your adult person to help you with that. Okay. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to divide this bottom part into 8 equal parts. So we're going to need about 16 strands apiece to make it all even when you braid it. One option I would like to mention to you, if you would like, depending on the length and the size of your yarn, you can put a ball on the inside right here. And that gives it a very round, sturdy shape, if that's what you'd like to use. With this one, I used a bouncy ball. The bouncy ball makes a really good, nice round head. Now that we have the face just right, I'm going to divide the rest of the yarn into 8 equal parts. There will be 15 strands in each part. That way you can divide them into 3 parts. You will want to divide this into 3 equal parts of 15 apiece because each braid has 3 strands, and so each one of those strands needs to have 5 lengths of yarn in it. So we'll count that off. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and 13, 14, and 15. All right, give me just a moment, and I will divide the rest of these into the rest of the parts. And as you see, I have divided this sweet little octopus's legs into 8 equal pieces. You will notice, however, that there are more than 15 strands in each one of these legs because I miscalculated. Oh, dear. Well, you should have 24, not 15. So my apologies for my math error. Let's just keep going, shall we? So I now have our sweet octopus divided into his legs into 8 equal parts. And now all we need to do is to braid each part. So once again, divide them into equal parts. You can count 8 apiece, or you can divide it just by eyeballing it. And right now, let's see. Let's count real quick together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And it's as simple as that. Now I'm going to teach you how to braid. You need 3 strands in order to braid, and braiding is very simple. Let me tell you, do not be intimidated. It's very simple. I have his legs all spread out here. If you're concerned that they might intermix, just put a rubber band or a clip from a bag clip from your chips and just separate each one. So here we are, we're going to braid. I have 3 parts. This one stays in the middle. I'm going to put this one on the other side of it. And then we have a new middle, right? So I'm going to place this one on the other side. Now we have a new middle, so I'm just going to go back and forth and back and forth until I reach the end. And there, as you can see, we have a leg for an octopus that's been nicely braided. So once we do this, then I'm going to take one of my strings, place it underneath my braid, tie it tightly, just like that. Tie it again, and then your braid is finished. And we just need to do this 7 more times, and your octopus will be finished. Now, one thing I want to tell you is that our little octopus here, he looks a little bit bland, right? So you can take your octopus and say, hey, I want to give her decorations. I want to make her look so special. With some help from your adult needle and thread, and buttons. I have a whole canister here full of buttons that I have collected over the years. And I have everything from a heart, which you could maybe make for a belt, or I have a red one. Would you like your octopus to have, let's see, a red eye and a silver eye? There you go. How creative is that? You can also sew buttons up and down your octopus's legs. There is absolutely no end of the variation that you can put for your octopus. If you wanted to, you could also trim the top knot and give your octopus a flat top. That would make your octopus your own. So everybody's octopus is going to look a little bit different from somebody else's. So I hope you have fun with this. Take your time. Remember to wrap it 96 times around the book or the hard surface of your choice. Then to use a ball if you want to put up inside the middle of it to make it nice and firm. Wrap your threads around it. Divide your legs into equal parts, should be 24 strands. And then you can braid. Let me show you one last time. Divide it to 3 equal parts so that you have 3 sides, just like this. You have a middle and you have 2 sides. Take the outside one, put it in the middle, it becomes the middle. Do that back and forth as tightly or as loosely as you want your octopus's legs to be. Tie that off with a string, and you have a very fun pet to give away as a gift to a friend to encourage their day or just for yourself. Thank you for joining me today. This has been so much fun. I hope you had a good time with me. Once again, please check out our website, mesacountylibraries.org. Join us for so many more fun events that we have planned for you. Have a great day. Thank you. Bye-bye.